Speakable, I'm going to show you how to create a conversation. From the home screen, go ahead and click on plus conversation. Keep in mind you can also add conversations from within the unit itself. After clicking on plus conversation, you'll see the set details box here. The set details just indicate where we're adding this particular conversation to. In other words, what unit. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and add it to the existing unit, Unit 1 greetings I have. And I'm going to call this conversation Greeting a Friend. Below that, we have a box here that contains the different types. So the user with the little person there, the bot, which is the computer, has the little robot face, and context, which gives clues to the user about the current context of the situation. Auto translates currently on, and I'm going to go ahead and give the user a little bit of context for this particular scenario. So we can say something like, you meet a friend in the street. And there you can see it automatically translates you meet a friend in the street into Spanish. So you can go ahead and add images of two people meeting in the street, anything that you would like to add as context. And let's say we want the computer to talk with your student and say, hello, how are you? If your course is Spanish, it will say, hola, ¿cómo estás? Afterwards, the user will want to respond with something. So I'm going to add a user line, and we can see this is the user line here. And the user might say something like, I'm fine, thanks. Okay. And we can add actually another user line for the user to ask how the computer is doing. How are you? And again, once again, notice here, the words that must be said will be in Spanish if our course is in Spanish, which in this case it is. So after the user asks, how are you? We'd have something, we'd have the robot respond with something, or in other words, the computer respond and say something like, I'm doing well, thank you. Next, we can have the user say something like, how was your day? ¿Qué tal tu día? And of course, my robot can also answer that. After we finish the conversation, we obviously can add images as we'd like. Go ahead and click Save Conversation. Once the conversation is saved, we can actually find it within our course itself. So I'm going to click on My Courses. Spanish 1. And we'll be able to see Greeting a Friend. And you can see the little icon there for a conversation. And if I want to go back and edit it later, I can click on Edit Conversation inside of the set. And there you can see here's all of our work from before. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now let's go ahead and see what it looks like inside of the user application. So all I need to do is log back into my app, and I will find that it's already automatically loaded there. So if I click on Greeting a Friend, again, this is my conversation. We can see my conversation up here.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
So notice the context doesn't say any words. On level 1, which is just learning, right, we have the Spanish phrase as well as the translation in English. So now they ask, hello, how are you? And I'm going to say what it says you should say right here. Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo estás?
Lo estoy haciendo bien, gracias.
And as you can see, we can go ahead and finish the conversation here. ¿Qué tal tu día?
Genial, gracias.
In case you ever want to change the voices, you can actually go over here, and every device will have a different number of voices. And we'll go ahead and try Google Español.
Es genial, gracias.
And you can see we can change the voice. I hope this helped you build your conversation. Thanks.